What's up, guys? It's Eli Knight here with Knight Jiu-Jitsu. Today, I'm fortunate enough to be at Team East Coast Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu here in Canton, Ohio.
Yes, sir.
Right? All right. I get my Ohio's mixed up. We're in Canton, Ohio. I'm here with my man, Kuhn. I was fortunate enough to be asked to come in and participate teaching a seminar for the 13th annual cancer awareness benefit that they do every year, or at least for the last 13 years.
Yeah, every year.
Right? So it was a phenomenal event. Lots of great people here today. I was very lucky. I really appreciate that, by the way. And we got to talking afterwards about different things and spitballing back and forth like I always like to do, to pick people's brains who are very good in jiu-jitsu. And he was showing me some things that he's been working on with X-Guard. I was like, let's make an X-Guard video. I'll show a couple of my favorites. You show a couple of your favorites. That's got us to where we are right now. Do you want to kick it off for us, sir?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right.
So I've been setting some things up from butterfly half. And obviously, especially with X-Guard, gi and no gi is a lot different based on your grips. But I like this butterfly half guard position, and I'll keep my knee pointed to the ceiling. I don't want to be in here to where he can smash me, right? So I keep here. I might give him a little push to get a reaction, and then I come up, push him away, and get my X-Guard in. So high on the hip, this knee behind him, and my goal is to get Eli's hands on the ground. So a little quick one, I can bump him here, grab, pull, and we come up to the knee on belly position.
Nice. That's slick, man. Let's show that entry one more time here, because we'll use that.
Yep. So we're back to here. Again, just to do it to a static person, it's kind of hard to get that momentum. So I might push him around to get this push to get to here, right? And I like to have this foot high on the hip to control him, because even if I push him too far out and his hands are on the floor and I can't reach, I can bring him back with those hooks. And then we come up to here.
That's what's so good about X-Guard, is that kind of push-pull that he's using. X-Guard, with the frames that you make across the body, the way it's kind of like scaffolding in between the legs, you want the person to constantly feel like off balance. Like I always imagine them as kind of a boat on a really rocky kind of water. It's really like unnerving, and so they have to stabilize somehow. So they have to try to figure out, how do I dismantle this position while also not getting swept? And it's really difficult. So that's why this is such a strong position. Absolutely. I like it a lot. One of my favorite things to do from here is whenever I get into this position, let's turn this over. So whenever we get into this position here like this, and I get my X-Guard, one of my favorite things here is trying to get to the back. And a really good back take that I like to use here, and again, like Chad was saying, I've got my foot here kind of hooked into the hip, I'm hooking here behind the knee. I like to keep my hand above the knee here. If I slide below, it's a little easier for him to turn and kind of Heisman kick out of it. So I like to stabilize that way. The way I like to get to the back from here is I want to take this hand underneath, and I like to make this kind of like I Dream of Jeannie kind of frame. I grab my own bicep this way here, and then I'm going to push the weight onto his supporting leg and pass this one over my head like this. Once I get to that position, I want to get my shins both in the back of his knees, and then I want to try to reach up, get a hold of his hips, kick straight out this way here, shoot my seatbelt, and then I'm going to drop him to one side or the other to finish off that back control position. So sometimes they call it a baby bolo, or usually that's the one I've heard off of it, but yeah, it's a pretty slick little back take. So one more time on this one, we got into that position with Chad's entry, or any other kind of entry that gets you to X-Guard. I'm here like this. I'm going to take my free hand, not the one here, but this one's going to come through behind the knee. I'm going to grab the bicep like this. I'm going to push the weight to his supporting leg, pass this over my head this way here, get behind him, and then kick out, pulling the hips down, shooting the seatbelt, and then getting in on my back control from there, right? You got another one you like?
Yeah, we can just standard wrestle up. Again, it all depends on where his hands are. If I get to this position and I really kick Eli out and I can't reach his hands, that top leg is going to come out, bottom leg is going to go to the back of his knee, and I will come up and then drag him back. He'll probably turn, we get into passing position. Yeah. Too many people rush that and get triangled. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So I really like to bring that back.
Yeah, let's show him what you mean.
So when we come into here, I put him out. And again, if he falls easy, right, it's even better. We don't want to do this. That's what happens a lot when people, like, I got to sweep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so safer way to do it.
Safer way. And also when we're getting up, I'm going elbow hand, right? So I kick him out, elbow hand, here. Boom. We get into our passing.
Yeah, that's great. And honestly, sometimes too, depending on how balanced the guy is after that, when he gets up to that supporting leg, he'll go all the way to standing. Yeah. And then it turns into a single. You can just run him down and get the takedown off of it. And if you play your cards right, you're probably already past the guard by that point. So another one of my favorites here that I like to use a lot, and a really popular one right now too, is the saddle from here. So the way that we'll enter into the saddle, so however we got into our X-Guard position here like this, and again, cross frames. I've got my hand above the knee, my ears kind of pushed in, trying to get good support on both his sides. What this requires though sometimes is to switch from X guard to reverse X, which is literally what it means. I'm just switching the foot top to bottom. So if I kind of get him stretched out here like this a little bit, and then I slide down 1, 2, and I reverse the frame. So whether we landed in this or I have to make the switch myself, then whenever we get to this position, I'm off balancing him like he was doing a while ago to get the hands to the floor, and I'm gonna roll back this way. So I pull my knees toward my chest, and I'm gonna take this hand and I'm gonna reach up and grab that knee and pull it in. And what that does, it removes his remaining support beam, and then he's gonna drop and fall straight into this saddle type position. Obviously from the saddle, we've got lots of good attacks from here. I start going into my straight foot locks from here like this, reverse grip, clover leaf, heel hook, all kinds of stuff from there. So one more time on this one, whenever we get into this position here like this, and I've got him kind of off balance, if I can switch my frames here so like this, so I'm gonna stretch him out, drop down 1, replace 2, get his hands to the floor, lift this way to get his leg elevated. I'm gonna take this hand, pull through this direction here, so then as he falls, I wanna come in, collect that opposite side leg here like this, and then we've got all kinds of good attacks from here. So just to run through them really quick, we've got the straight ankle lock like this. Even a little more powerful is if I switch and go behind, so I get my reverse grip on this side here. One I like a lot is if he starts to like retract and pull this leg out and his heel slips to the inside, I like to pummel my leg in, and now we have like an Aoki style lock where I'm gonna take my knee this way, extend. It's almost like a heel hook. We've got the clover leaf where we get the legs bound up this way here. It's almost like a shin slice or like a calf slicer. And sometimes it can almost be a knee lock on this side here. If I lose these, or I just want to get rid of it so I can go for the heel hook, obviously I can come back, start to sit in on the heel hook, and then we've got the inside heel hook right there. So yeah, those are some good options. I think that some of those powerful and the most popular ones for that reason.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's a great position, man. We've been playing it for a long time, but like everything else in jiu-jitsu, it just keeps evolving and evolving.
That's it. Yeah.
Right? So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you're around the Canton, Ohio area, come to East Coast Martial Arts and learn some jiu-jitsu from this mastermind over here. Thanks again, guys.